God damn. And we live, y'all. We live, baby. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another great episode of About the Night. We're getting ready to get shit started. I said that right. Let's go ahead and talk about what happened this weekend. Rob, holla at us, man. What's up?
Man, it was pretty smooth, man. It was light where I was at, man. Nothing too much to report. You know, coming from the vacay, I like that.
That's what's up.
Where I was at, it was pretty cracking. I ain't gonna lie. Friday through Saturday, it was jumping. We was at capacity Sunday yesterday, so we had to hold the line. We had people waiting in line for like 2 hours. So yeah, it was crazy, man. We had people coming up left and right, like trying to get in from VIP to just people that wasn't on the guest list, people on the guest list, people just in GA. It was crazy, man. But we had some drama. We had some drama last night.
Talk about it.
I didn't really see how it went down. I seen the aftermath. I was at the door, seeing this lovely lady come down the steps and just blood everywhere. She was leaking. She was leaking. Like the whole bridge of her nose was like split open.
Damn.
And like she had like a towel over her nose, and it wasn't even helping. Like blood, blood was gushing
through the towel.
Bruh, she had multiple towels, and she was still about that action. She was still trying to get her hands dirty. So we took her down the street, and then the other part of the fight, she came down, and then she was bruised up too. Like she looked like she was in a fight. So she got her issue. They both got their issue. So
she a bleeder, man.
But the one that came down second, she wanted more. So, you know, we walked her halfway down the street. She kind of pushing us, shoving us, like, get away from me, running down the street after the two chicks. And then nothing popped off. I mean, one, she went to her car, and the other went to her car, and it was pretty much the end of it. But
you know how it started?
I don't know how it started, man. I was just at the door chilling. I happened to look back, see her come down the steps, and I just see she looked like she was in a UFC fight. You know, at the end of the fight, you always see the fighter's face, and there's just blood all over their face. She was leaking, bro. I'm talking leaking. Like she had two towels just full of blood, and like she didn't even know. She was like, I don't know what she hit me with, this and that, but she was still looking for her. She was waiting at the door for the girl to come down. We had to tell her to move, so she moved, but it was crazy, man. It was a crazy sight to see.
God damn.
That's crazy. Not with me, because I'm on leave for a little bit, kind of relaxing, you know what I mean? Getting that time to just, you know, enjoy a weekend, not have to worry about, you know, being out every weekend.
That's what's up.
It's been good. It's been really good. So
we all need that peace every now and then.
Facts.
Lucky bastard.
Facts.
Well, it was a great weekend. We're talking about President's Day weekend, and a lot of stuff was happening. Not only, you know, females leaking from their nose and everything, but we had a great weekend with All-Stars. All-Stars was this weekend. I didn't tune into a lot of it, but, you know, I did tune into some. Work was work. Nothing really big to report there. A simple night. No one got killed. No one got beat up, you know. But All-Star weekend was dope, man. Let's go ahead and kick it off with you, Tony. What'd you watch from the All-Star game?
I really didn't watch the All-Star game. I'll be honest. I just watched some of the highlights. You know, I didn't really see any dunks that made me, you know, no Isaiah Ryder type of feel, you know what I mean? Back in the day when we saw
it. You threw it
back, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I just haven't felt
what
it
you
like
know
that.
about that,
just
Tony?
like, Lord, I just the highlights I saw just didn't impress me. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, I could relate to you. I didn't watch too much. I was chilling. I mean, the only thing I did watch that I actually liked was I don't know if you watched it on Friday, but they usually have the rookie and sophomore game.
Oh, yeah.
This year they added like a new little theme to it, which was pretty dope. So they split the rookie and sophomore class into 4 different teams, and they have a tournament now. So the first 2 teams play, and they play up to, it's almost like they play one quarter. They have to reach 50 points. They pretty much, whoever the first to 50 wins the game.
Okay, I like that format because they do that in the actual All-Star game.
Exactly. So it was pretty dope to see, and they also involve a lot of the players from the G League. So you were just like, oh, that's dope. You
I didn't catch
mean?
that game. I didn't watch.
It was lit, man. It was lit. Like, it was almost like similar to the All-Star game. Like, you know how in the fourth quarter it gets competitive and like they really want to win. So it was like that the whole game. Like the rookies versus the sophomores, and they were getting competitive. And then it was dope, bro. It was dope. It was Friday. Cool. I don't know if a lot of people see it. Because I feel like that's like one of the most underrated events of the weekend.
Probably right.
But it was lit.
I missed that one.
It was lit.
Who was in that? Because I didn't even get a chance to see that. Who was in that game?
LaMelo was in it.
Okay.
I think Anthony Edwards was in it.
Anthony Edwards.
He's the guy
On the
that's Timberwolves that be
Okay.
jumping over everybody.
Yeah.
Was he in the dunk contest as well?
I don't think he was in the dunk contest this year.
Okay, I'm thinking somebody different.
But I didn't watch the All-Star game at all. I didn't see the 3-point, but I heard Cat won,
Yeah.
which was crazy.
Yeah.
Like a center won the 3-point contest.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you that this is gonna be either next year or something. We're gonna have nothing but big men shooting in the league in the 3-point
Facts.
contest. I think it'd make it interesting.
Facts.
You know, because I know Anthony.
That's something.
Yeah, Anthony Davis is starting to actually shoot threes.
Nah.
you mean
Joel Embiid is shooting threes.
you mean street clothes?
Nah.
But no, I'm just saying in live game,
Yeah,
even though the
year with
percentages
the-
aren't
The
good.
year the Lakers won the championship year, he was hitting threes. Not these past 2 years, he ain't been.
He's in street clothes.
In general, the
Even when he been on the court, he been missing.
the aspect of it is that big men are starting to shoot threes in games, which is very unheard of. Regardless if they're making them or not, you should be in the paint bodying somebody, dunking on someone like the old school big men used to
Yeah,
do.
but the game changed, man.
Yeah.
But
it
who?
did.
I mean, this takes us to a conversation we was having before we went live. So
Steph Curry.
yeah, who changed the game, Rob?
That ain't the question. So you see, you over here trying to change the narrative. That wasn't the question. The question was who's going to be more memorable when they retire, and out of LeBron and Steph, and it's LeBron. Period.
I think it'll be Steph.
Really?
I think Steph will be missed more. I think he'll be missed more when they retire.
No,
I think so.
no.
I had to go with Steph just because of the generation of kids. You know what I mean? Like LeBron's kind of on that end tail. And
Dude,
now with him,
that's
you
so
know,
true, though.
leading the most threes out of any NBA player. That's like people gonna remember that. The generation growing up, 20 to 30 year olds. You know what I mean? And like even teenagers now are gonna remember that. I think,
That's true.
more, you know what I
That's
mean?
true.
More impactful.
But I think the biggest thing is with LeBron is besides all the accolades that he has, his resume is
Yeah,
stacked.
he's got a better
I agree.
resume. Yeah.
But besides all that, the longevity.
I agree.
The man is about to be almost in his 20th season.
I agree.
Did you see him just bop in the All-Star game?
I think intellectuals will.
There's nobody.
Agree with
There's
you.
nobody. He not only that, he's so underappreciated. These guys. Name me the player that's able to dunk still like him almost in their 20th season. And I don't even want to get into the GOAT debate because I'm still MJ all the way.
Facts.
But if this conversation, LeBron just gets way too much disrespect for
Look,
me.
look,
I think the
Way
intellectual
too
people
much
that know sports will say
disrespect.
that.
People are going to miss him when he's gone. People are going to be like, damn. Because whether you loved him or hate him, if you rooted against LeBron or you for LeBron, you can be like, damn, he not there. He's just not. Like with Steph, the only thing is, I think the reason why you say that is because Steph is more likable. LeBron is way more polarizing. It's more split.
I'll give you
And
credit.
then both the haters and the lovers are going to miss him, and they're going to realize it once he's gone. With Steph, he's just liked across the board because he's a nice guy.
I agree with you.
He's not very polarizing.
I agree with you to an extent, but to piggyback off what Rob was saying, I think you go into a youth gym and you see all these kids, you ask them like who's your favorite player, who you want to be. Majority of them kids are gonna say Steph Curry.
But that's
now.
the kids, though. You saying when they retire?
Wait, let me finish. Most of those kids will say Steph Curry because not everybody's gonna grow up and be 6'8", 6'9", 260. They're not gonna reach that. We know that. That's just LeBron won. He won the physical. He won the genetic lottery. He won it. Not every kid's gonna win that, but a kid could watch Steph Curry today, tomorrow, whenever, and be like, I could at least reach that. I could shoot like that. But they won't be able to.
I didn't think of that. That's true.
You know what I'm
Good
saying?
point, yeah.
So that's a good point, but I'm gonna push back on you. So the kids that's out there watching right now, it's the same way how I grew up. Who I think is the GOAT is MJ. That LeBron is their MJ. Because you have any conversation with anybody that's under the age of 25, they telling you LeBron is the GOAT. And they saying
I
it
agree.
with conviction and confidence.
I agree.
Like
I
they ain't
agree.
never seen Jordan strap on a pair of Space
True.
Jams before.
That's true.
Like so from that aspect, I'm gonna push back on that. When most people are gonna say LeBron,
That's true. But
as far as being missed when they retire.
But you know what? And this is the last point I'm going to say on this because we off topic. But I obviously I think MJ is the greatest player to ever live. But for me, I look back on it. I miss Allen Iverson more than I miss MJ. You know what I mean? And
Why is that?
I miss Kobe more than that.
but because Allen Iverson to me, I mean, Allen Iverson, I just miss everything about him: his heart, his will, his leadership. You know, and on top of all of his skill. You know what I mean? Like Allen Iverson to me, like that would be my favorite basketball player ever. You know what I mean? And his moments, him not winning the championship, him getting close, like it touched me different for more than any other basketball player. So, and I know a lot of friends that I have that, you know, Allen Iverson is their GOAT, is their favorite player. Well, I wouldn't say their GOAT, but their favorite player. You know what I mean? But
is he the most missed as he retired?
For some people,
There's not many people that's talking about. I'm telling you right now, when LeBron leaves, it's going to be felt.
It'll be MJ part 2.
It's gonna be there, and I'll say this: most people would say that they'd miss Kobe Bryant because they were kind of in the same era. They were in the same era, both those players.
man, I wish we could go on about this.
I know, man. We could talk about this all
Because
day.
the Kobe angle's another one we can go with. You know what I mean?
That's sentimental,
Yeah.
like the fact that he's not here.
Right.
But, yeah.
His farewell tour, like, man.
His last game.
Yeah.
last game, yeah.
My thing is I do want to talk about the dunk contest because, you know, I mean, if you're not a huge fan of the three-point contest, you
mean
should
the trash contest.
Oh my God. So look, it started off with the dude, I don't even know his name, doesn't even need anything, but he wanted to put on the Timberlands, bro. He took like 2 minutes, and I thought it was cool in the beginning. Like, oh, it's a show. He about to dunk in some Timbs. He's finna dunk in
That's
some
crazy.
Timbs, right?
That's crazy.
But for it to be the dunk that it was, you know, all that effort and all that show that is supposed to be put into a dunk, and you was missing it 2 or 3 times, you know, you was getting so many attempts, it kind of dragged on. And then at the end of it all, it was an okay dunk. Let me just say this. Overall, I didn't see anything that would beat Aaron Gordon. All right, I say Aaron Gordon because to me, he is the dunk contest champion. Don't get me wrong. What's his name? Is it Zach Levine?
good.
Is it Zach Levine? It's something Levine, right? What's his name? Yeah, right? Don't get me wrong. He had some cool dunks too. He was jumping from the free throw line, but it was almost like he was copycatting Aaron. And Aaron, to me, when he grabbed the ball on top of the mascot's head and sat on the ball, he sat like he was damn near, his legs were vertical, and he grabbed it, threw it under the legs, and yanked it, bro. That for me, that was a show. That was something to see.
You know what's crazy? All them dunks you talking about, like, I do agree, way more skillful than what the next person I'm about to say. I don't care if it's a regular dunk. I miss seeing Vince Carter dunk.
Okay, yeah.
I miss seeing how he dunked. Like, to me, it was just Vince Carter. I loved it. So when he won the slam dunk contest, I was just like, man, I just
Classic.
Yeah, you going back
Classic.
like you just mentioned it with Vince Carter, Jason Richardson.
Yeah.
Going back there, even a little bit moving a little up when Dwight was in with Orlando.
Yeah.
And then you had what's his name that was on Boston. He did the cupcake dunk where you put the cupcake and lit it and then blew it out. When he dunked it.
when he dunked, yes, I remember.
Green,
Oh my God,
Green.
what was it?
Yeah.
What was it?
I think it was
that?
Green.
It's like Jeremy Green or Jeff Green.
Jeff Green, something like that.
Yeah.
Like those were, man, I remember those distinctively. This one was pretty trash.
Yeah, I didn't see
I'll
it.
be honest with you.
It was.
What I saw, I was just
highlights,
like, it's
I was
not.
like, nah.
It wasn't. To me, it didn't incorporate what I feel like the dunk contest would be.
Yeah.
It was up there with the one that I remember. This was some years back.
Nate
The one
Robinson
Nate
one?
Robinson. It just dunk after dunk after
He's
dunk. It was
missing
just
hell
like,
of 'em.
oh my god.
Yeah.
But to pivot, that wasn't good. That All-Star game was solid as far as I was concerned, especially that fourth quarter.
Facts.
Because as you said, you stated it. This is the one All-Star game out of all the sports. You can go Major League Baseball, you can go Pro Bowl with the NFL. This is the one All-Star game where they be playing in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They be playing like it's a
Yes.
game.
Right.
They don't care about nothing else. They don't even care about the regular season.
Right.
They out there trying to win.
You love to see it though.
And it's it's
must-see
so
TV.
cool to watch because
Yeah.
it's all these guys on this team, all this talent on one court, and they out there really trying to get this game. Like Steph was really trying to
Yeah.
break this record, and for it to cap off the way it did with LeBron doing a
That
fadeaway,
fadeaway.
which is a classic Kobe
Right.
shot over 2 guys to end it. Like, bro, it just capped it for me.
Well,
it was a good.
it was how MJ should have went out. Remember when MJ hit the fadeaway and then Kobe went down and showed him up?
Yeah.
And like kind of ruined MJ's ending.
Yeah.
It was similar to that. It was similar to that.
Yeah.
But I love the fourth quarter, man. The fourth quarter of the All-Star game, like you said, man, it's the best in sports.
Yeah.
Because it's so fascinating to see all these stars get together, and then it gets competitive.
Yeah.
You see all the competitive juices.
They display all that talent, man.
Yeah.
It's like watching Endgame.
Yeah.
It's like watching Avengers Endgame, and this everybody's skills, everybody's powers coming on at one time, and everybody able to showcase and display it at once. Giannis out there showing his power, and Joel Embiid doing his thing. And they, you know what I mean? You got Black Panther, Captain America, Iron Man, like all them out there doing their shit.
Yep.
Like that's kind of how it reminds me in the fourth quarter,
That's
because they
spot on,
really be
Right.
playing hard.
That
so
shit really is
this
like
one was
Endgame.
this, and I like the format as you said. Like kind of was like how the freshman and sophomore.
Yeah.
It basically have to get to 163. So
Yeah.
I thought that was
It was dope.
I like that.
It's dope.
LeBron 5-0 in this format.
Man, that's what's up.
He know how to
though.
pick teams.
With Steph, though.
He know how to pick. Hey,
that's
he
all
knows
you
to
need.
pick.
That's all
Chef
you
Curry.
need. Well, we want to thank you guys once again for tuning in to About the Night. Obviously, you know where to find us on about.the.night on IG. You can follow us on all platforms. You can see us on YouTube. What else we got? Twitter. The podcast. You can definitely check us out any and everywhere. But right now, you can find me on Instagram, King of Sacramento. And then to my left, we got the boy Rob.
Suede like coats.
Right after that, you got your boy Warren.
We're ready with a 3.
Man, let's not forget about the main player, Tony.
And Tony at Tony WSJR_official.
Let's go ahead and hop right into it, man. Obviously, we're here to give you guys info about the nightlife and really kind of help you guys step out in the right light. So let's just go ahead and talk about just some simple things. I might have a question about tolerance. We're security guard. We're front of the line. We get beat up on a lot. So as a guard,
Who get beat up?
not beat up, but I mean verbally abused. You know what I mean? They feel like we just your doormats. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say we get beat up because it ain't happened to me. But ultimately, as a guard, do we try to be flexible with certain aspects that come to the club and bar environment? But basically, it's an absolute zero tolerance to you, right? So, like, what are some of those things that you cannot take? Zero tolerance. What is it?
Weapons.
Okay,
That's zero tolerance.
That's easy.
that's the easy
Yeah.
one, right?
I think that's that's almost what we're there for, is to stop weapons from coming in, period. So that's, I feel like, the number one thing. Like, we can't, it's a zero tolerance for that. Like, you're not coming in with no pepper spray, no taser, no knife, no gun, no nothing, like no brass knuckles, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, we can't let no weapons up, because if something pops off with that, like, man, everybody's liable. Everybody's going down for a weapon getting upstairs and somebody using it in a malicious way. So I feel like that's number one, man, is a weapon. Everything else under that is just like,
Yeah, man. If you want to start the static, use your hands.
Define
Yeah.
weapon, though. Define weapon.
man, shit, anything used to cause bodily harm to anybody.
Keys.
You can't control that. You can't control that.
Almost anything could be a weapon, but I
Correct.
think you're talking about some of the things that's designated
It's
as
blatant.
weapon. Even
It's
outside
blatant,
of-
yeah.
Because a lot of the reasons why we don't have chains or allow chains to come in is because the chain I'm wearing, for instance, right here, you could wrap this up around your knuckles. Now that's a brass knuckle. You know what I mean? So we don't allow chains
True.
either in this sense.
True.
So it's, you know what I mean?
Okay, I understand that. What about you, Rob? What's the zero tolerance thing that you got? For
I think that's pretty self-explanatory with the weapons. I'd say for me, that's a zero tolerance, and when it happens, it makes me sick to my stomach. But if you catch or if you caught trying to roofie a drug anybody's drink,
That's what I was gonna
any
bring
girl's
up.
drink, stuff like that, and it's usually the victim is usually a woman that their drink is being drugged. Like, to me, I equate that with the same level as you going out there and you raping somebody or some type of child molestation.
100%.
And the reason why is because it's premeditated. It's not even like it's worse than murder, almost, in a way, if you look at it, because murder could be, or the attempt of it, the heat of the moment. Everybody's got a lapse in judgment. Everybody gets angry. Everybody has a situation where just something happens. Like you got angry at somebody, you pushed them, they hit their head, and that's cracked open, and they died. Like, yeah, I'll be like, damn, that's fucked up. But this, you went to the venue with this idea on your head. You just didn't like, oh yeah, the pill slipped in her drink. Nah, you went there, you had the shit. You went in there with a plan to go sneak it in and drop it in some girl's drink to basically to create the illusion that she was over intoxicated and then walk her out to do whatever you wanted to do with her. To me, that's beyond fucked up, and that's a zero tolerance. That's why you get an automatic ban. I don't want to hear shit. You give me any lip, you might have a busted one.
So basically,
like, it's like that type of shit.
The zero tolerance is what you're saying is the drugs. So you don't want drugs.
No, I prefaced what I said. It's
very clear.
It's being used to drug women.
No,
as on the topic.
Yeah, because
we can talk about it.
I mean, let's dive deeper. You know, you have a zero tolerance.
Let's keep it a stack. I want to be very clear what I'm saying. That is not what I said.
Drugs.
No.
Roofies. Is that a form of
basically
drugs?
Date rape type drugs.
Okay.
You going in there to drop in some girl's drink to basically create the illusion that they are over intoxicated, even though they're drugged, and you're walking them out.
What about ecstasy?
That could be used as that.
But see,
what about cocaine?
What?
But that's a little bit different. So I'm looking. So I'll give you the example. So if you catch a guy, so let's say a guy has coke on him, right? Mm-hmm. Are you looking at that situation the same way as somebody that's got a roofie pill?
No.
No.
Okay.
But
because I'm not.
Yeah, not at all.
As far as just the aesthetic, just take a step back, just comparing the apples to apples, right? You just see those two things. One thing you know is there is no recreational use of a roofie pill. I don't see nobody out there, man. I'm about to be off these roofies, man. You want to join me?
Right. And you can use it.
Man, we about to turn up or turn down or whatever the fuck we about to do. No. But if you got coke, there's multiple applications with that. So I could be like, man, he just trying to party or whatever, or he, it's a different reaction, especially if I find it in your pocket or find it in a purse or something like that.
And again, we giving the secrets out here. And something I want to say is, like, even the other guards, look, don't be stupid. Look, you ain't the police. So I'm gonna tell you straight up. Somebody comes in, you catch them with coke, you let them know, oof, it's bad, bro. Management done told me I gotta kick you out. Mm-hmm. I gotta do all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. You give me that clean 100. I'll make sure you get out safely. Mm-hmm. Do whatever you gotta do with that coke. You can throw it away, whatever. Mm-hmm. But
let me speak on that.
I'm gonna get you out real quick. Give me that 100. I'll get you out the back.
Let me speak. Let me speak on that quick. Mm-hmm. I found out something this weekend where somebody I work with, there was a group of people partying in the table, and he caught them using coke. They were taking lines on the table. So he walks up to him. He told him, like, hey, you can't do this in here. You got to leave. He was like, come on, man. Just let us have our fun, whatever. He's talking to him. He's like, nah, it's a no tolerance. You got to go.
Right.
Dude offers him $400.
Oh,
smooth handshake.
That's beyond a smooth handshake.
That's a dap up, nigga.
So
that's a dap up in a pound.
Right. He offered him $400 and he declined. That's
a good man. That's a good man.
He declined him and he told him he's like the policy's a policy, you gotta go.
Sheesh.
$400.
Was the 400 out?
See, I don't know the full details. I just know that he confirmed that that's the price that he was offered. To just leave him alone, let him do their thing.
To me, that's a respect thing. Because you think you can just do that and then give me money and I'm gonna do it. Look, it's a respect thing.
That's what I'm saying.
To me, I'm like, look, how about this? Just like that shit in the bag. I didn't see it, whatever, but $400. But if I see it again, you out.
Yeah,
and it's a respect thing to me.
Yeah, when it comes down to drugs, though, too, it's one of those things where I don't have the biggest, angst to want to kick somebody out when it comes to that. Whether it be weed, coke, like those things.
Sometimes you work at a place with the staff doing it.
Yeah, so because it's so recreational in that aspect, right? And I understand the policies and stuff like that, but I don't look at it as such a top priority, if that makes sense.
I agree.
As far as safety. I agree. It's just not at the top of the list. Is it on the list? Yeah, but it's not at the top.
Right.
When it comes down to, somebody's got like what are you saying? Like after man, they may need that at the end of the night. That type of thing.
Keep them throwing up.
Yeah. So I look at it from multiple angles, but when it comes, like I said, when it comes down to the roofie pills or any type of date rape drug, any of those type of drugs that are synonymous with being used to get the woman under the influence and under basically against their will, I got a zero tolerance for that. Not only just ultimate, to me, you are scum coming in with like doing shit like that. You as a piece of shit, like straight up. Like, and then it's like you shouldn't even like you are. To me, that's in my opinion, and I'm not a big proponent of bans, like especially giving people extensive bans. That should be a lifetime ban.
Damn.
In my opinion.
Damn.
And see,
If you come
roofies-
in with a roofie, let me tell you this right now, you should be getting a lifetime.
So I have a
ban.
question. Oh, go
but
ahead.
that's probably the single hardest thing for a guard to catch is a roofie, because it's like
Yeah, it's time. A lot of it's timing though, and shout out to the bartenders.
100%.
Shout out to the bartenders and the barbacks, because I'll be honest with you, they are the ones that are usually able to catch them.
Yeah.
With these slips, because
Yeah.
they don't catch them. We don't catch them necessarily
door.
within their pocket, because
No.
they could just have one pill in their pocket.
And
The metal, the
it's not
the
gonna
wand
go
is not
off.
going to catch that.
Right.
I'm not going to feel a little pebble pill, nothing
Right.
like that. So those things is going to be hard to get checked coming through the door
Right.
or anything like that. But it's usually a lot of the staff
Yeah.
or other patrons that's looking. There's a lot of eyes out there, so we rely on a lot of people
Facts.
to do that. That's why I
Facts.
appreciate those people that come forward to say, "Hey, this person's stepping up." To piggyback off this, ladies, stick together. Speaking of this, because even though we didn't have a big situation or nothing like this week, but it's just another example. I see a lot of people just leaving their friends out here. It's mainly women.
Yep.
Leaving their friends. Like, why are y'all leaving your friends out here just to be by themselves? And they drunk and gone.
right.
And can barely stand on their own. And you'll come out and be like, oh, hey, I'll be right back, and that type of shit. And then you up there fucking twerking. You just left your friend down here who could just, and especially downtown Sac, what are you thinking?
Right.
Like, be better than that.
On top of that, ladies,
Stick
not
together.
just that. Stick together and keep. They give you napkins up there. Keep a napkin over the top of your drink. That's it.
Absolutely.
Just keep the napkin on the top. That's it. It looks smooth. It's clean. Ain't no one gonna try to slip nothing because they see that you.
and if a guy's buying a drink, go to the bar with him.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So, and then my thing is when it comes to it, zero tolerance, I'd have to say definitely, cutting along the same line, sexual harassment. You know what I mean? Which is crazy because I want to touch on something else when it comes to us as guards. So it's funny because that is my zero tolerance. If I see a dude come up, grab a chick's ass, like, nah. Part of it is I'm a little jealous. The fuck, I didn't get to grab her ass. What the fuck? No, hell no, you out.
Why you get to?
Yeah, why do you get to? Shit, I'm gonna grab that. Shit, no, you out. So you know what I mean? But you know what I mean when it comes to the whole double standard. It's funny because I didn't know this about this type of job. We did half the shit that girls do to us as guards.
oh,
Bro, they be in jail.
We could talk about that. Yeah.
Right? We'd be in jail.
man,
It's some
man.
When it comes down to with the sexual harassment, and I didn't make that number one because, as you said, that's a big part, especially the ones where it's really happening. But that's the part. Is it really happening? And we gotta define the lines, ladies. Sexual harassment is not a dude coming over saying, "Hey, you want to dance?"
true.
Like I'm at other venues I've worked at, not the current, but at other venues I've worked at, there's been plenty of times where I've gotten complaints. I'm like, this guy's harassing me, and then I'll be like, okay, well, what happened? He was like, well, he offered me to go to dance. I'm like, he offered you to go to the dance floor. How was that harassment? And I'll ask, and I won't even be a dick off the rip. I asked, I say, well, how many times did he ask you? Because I'm thinking like, okay, maybe it's multiple, it's excessive. That's getting to be harassing, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, he just came over right now, just one time. I'm like, and you said no? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, then we done here.
He shot his shot.
Then he shot, he bricked. Let him go shoot again.
Yeah.
like what's the
Yeah.
problem with that? So a lot of times I feel like that gets taken advantage of. The whole idea with sexual harassment, You know, people quick, especially today, people quick to say that this happened, I got touched this way, this time. That's why we talked about it before, that we as guards, when we're dealing with women, we operate with, you know, kid gloves. Because we don't want to deal with that. We don't want to hear no case about us groping them or nothing like that. So we're actually a little bit more lenient. We got our tolerance is a little higher when dealing with women, when especially talking, stuff like that, because of that fact. So we're always cognizant of that reality. But yeah, we got to define those lines, like legit sexual harassment, legit harassment. Let us know, let a staff member know right away. But I'm sorry, if a man offering you to buy you a drink or go to the dance floor one time and you say no, that's not harassment.
Correct.
I got to touch on a story real quick on that, because ladies, again, it's not sexual harassment, and you don't have to overreact, because I'll never forget the situation at the first venue that we started working at. I'll never forget this. We were just chilling, right? And this dude comes up to me and goes, man, I really want to talk to this girl. I'm like, well, why haven't you talked to her? He's like, I just haven't talked to her because I'm too shy, bro. She's beautiful. I just want to come up and just say, hey, let's dance. I said, bro, guess what? The answer's already no right now. So
look at
why
Tony
don't you go
over
make
here.
it happen, bro?
Look at Tony over here giving him a Gary V speech in the club.
And the guy's like, he sat there. The funniest part is that he sat there for 2 seconds. He goes, it is no right now, huh? Because I haven't asked. I was like, see, go make it happen. You got it. So he went, bro, I'm not going. 2 to 3 minutes later, I just, code three, just like a fight had broke out. I was like, what is going on, bro? We had to separate them. This dude was like, no, fuck that shit, that's my sister, bro. This dude's like, I was like, oh, it's cool, bro. We had to take him out the back, everything. We had to go down the stairs in the back. And all of a sudden I go up to the stairs and it's this girl, now fuck that guy. And I was like, okay, shit. Took her out in the back. And then I went out to the front. I see the same dude I was talking to leaking. Like, what happened? He's like, man, I took my shot, man. And her brother just started beating me up. I was like,
His brother took his shot too.
Wow.
I felt bad. Like, damn, did I start that? I thought I was trying to help the dude. Like,
Dude.
Tony, look at you, bro.
Man, I got something
You
to
over
happen.
here trying to give him you miss 100% of the shots you don't take speech in the club.
Right.
Got his ass
He
beat.
got his ass
me
whooped.
over me trying to be nice. Oh,
Good
man.
job, Tony.
I got something I forgot about that happened this weekend. It happened earlier this weekend. It happened Friday. So I guess there was a guy in the dance floor. I didn't really see what was happening. I just seen him come out. I'm just like, hey, what happened? What happened with dude? Why he out of here? Supposedly, dude was on the dance floor with his dick out.
Oh, fuck one of those guys, huh?
I hate that.
Fellas,
We see that a lot, actually.
keep the snake in the cage.
They be
until you get to the bed until you get to the bedroom or the back of your Cadillac. Bro, don't break it out
They
in the
be
club,
sagging,
man.
bro. They be sagging their pants, and you
This
see that
nigga
shit,
Tony.
bro. And I'm like, nigga, you ain't shave your shit, trim it, nothing. The fuck is that? Oh my, like, you see all this shit? The fuck is this? Oh my god,
This
Like,
nigga Tony said, I hate that.
I hate that shit.
This
on a
nigga.
constant
So they said
basis.
this fool had his dick out multiple times on the dance.
God damn.
He hanging out with the dick out. Damn. He letting it hang.
Let it all hang out, man.
hell
Let
of
it
hair.
hang.
I heard
Hella
that shit. I
hair.
was
Oh,
dying, bro. I was dying. He walked out stumbling and everything. I'm like,
Oh, so he was just slumped.
he was. They said he was. They said they didn't know if he was drunk or not. Because when they were talking to him, they said he was fine.
Bro, that's wild if he was sober.
But
That's wild.
Facts.
They be sagging their fucking pants. I don't get that. Why you gonna sag? You from the hood, sag your pants, nigga?
bro.
I've been chased by dogs in the hood, bro. You gonna trip? Like,
But the thing about it, he's not. He wasn't even one of them. Because we all seen them dudes that come to the club and they got their jeans by their knees.
by their knees.
And you like, man, what are you doing, bruh? But he wasn't even one of them. Bruh had like he wore his shit properly.
He just brought his shit down.
He just had his dick hanging on the dance floor.
He thought someone's gonna walk up and just give service.
Hey, man. I hate to say it.
I got this dick. I got the dick. I got the dick.
This-
You over there?
this-
You want the
this-
dick?
this-
145, 152,
this-
45, 52, 45, the dick, what the dick.
There's some ladies that's about that action, fellas. Like maybe he was taking, maybe he was just like, maybe just, hey man, this worked before. It's He said, I'm trying to go for round
I'm
two.
Halloween, man. Damn. I'm Halloween, man.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Let me try this shit again.
Worked the first time.
Let's jump into another topic right here. In the elements of the nightclub, we get a lot of drunk people that are angry. What are some comments made by either patrons or staff that really, what's the word, you can't stand? What are some things that are, because like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, people definitely talk mess. What is that one thing or someone says, and you know what, you just like, I'm tired of this shit, man, and you just tee off on them? What is it?
You basically said that you can't stand.
Yeah, that you can't stand. What are some comments made by patrons?
We're gonna need a whole another show for that.
I know something that pisses me off. It's as basic and simple. The villain shit.
The villain shit?
I tell them straight up, you are acting like a villain out of a movie. I know this person. I know this person. I know it's the entitlement shit. I know this person. What other name do I have to say? Nigga, you can say Obama. I don't think it's gonna help you. This doesn't make sense what you're trying to do. You sound like a villain out of a movie, bro. You're weak. The shit you're saying is weak. Like, bro, you sound like a bad guy out of a movie. You're saying shit that's weird. Like, this is not what people do or say or how people communicate. You're a very weird person. Get some social skills. I tell them straight up. Get some social skills. How to Win Friends, Influence People, Dale Carnegie. Read that. I tell them straight up. I try to give them some fucking knowledge because I'm like, in a smooth kind of like, I'm still going to say fuck you way. Just like, sheesh, man, like that. I just can't. I can't understand
we
people.
Agree to that.
Yeah.
We can all agree to that. For me, I would say it's probably the whole dress code thing, man. Like, people go off. When you tell them, like, oh, you can't wear these, they're just like, whoa, he's getting in with Vans. I mean, I sympathize with you. I understand you have forces on. They cost more than the Vans. They cost more than the Converse. But I don't make the fucking rules of this venue.
Right.
You know what I mean? None of us do. We're just here to fucking enforce the rules. And you get people up there like, oh, I got this on. I got on Off-Whites. Like, I got on that. Like, listen, man. Like, I understand that. They're dope. I'd probably wear them motherfuckers. I wouldn't wear them in here. You know what I mean? Because I paid too much for them, and I don't want motherfuckers stepping on my shoes. Period.
Rob,
But-
what's the like? Oh, sorry, keep going.
Go ahead.
No, because Rob has a good definition of what a club is. Like,
We've said this ad nauseum, man, and so I'm gonna say what I can't stand, but I'm gonna speak on what you just said, just because you brought it up, bro. I don't give a fuck about how much your shoes cost. Like, let's keep this a stack. I don't give a shit. Why are you telling me the price tag of your footwear? I do not care.
There's every night.
I do not care. It does not matter. What's The Rock say? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna start doing that. I swear to God.
how much your shoe cost? It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter. I swear to God, because like I swear that's the first thing that they go to. So they're trying to associate the price tag with admission,
Yeah.
and that's not what it is.
Exactly.
It's the aesthetic look that the city has maybe recommended to the venue, and the venue is basically deciding whether they want to choose that, and it's based on the statistics of certain crimes that have been
Right.
committed and who's
Right.
been involved, and there's a whole bunch of stuff, and there's people that operate under a racist card.
Yes.
Like we can that's a percentage as well.
Yeah, there's truth to it.
But at the end of the day, ain't nobody got a motherfucking price tag saying, you know what, them shoes cost this, them shoes cost this. This is the reason why this is the fucking policy.
Right.
Stop bringing up the fucking price.
right.
Like nobody gives a shit.
Like we're on StockX. Like, all right, this nigga's shoes cost this much.
Like I'm
Compared to
verifying.
this nigga's shoes.
Like
Yeah,
I'm
but-
verifying your kid. Like no one cares.
And what you've said before, it's a club. The definition of a club, it's an exclusive membership.
Man, that
like they
was-
can decide to let you
Bruh,
in or not.
that was
it don't
fucking
matter.
facts when you said
their,
that shit,
it's
Rob.
their
Like-
decision. It's what they decide to do. You got your own club. You can decide to do what you want to do. But be careful. There's been clubs that have done that. There's people who have done that. They be like, man, when I own a club, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna allow people to wear whatever they want, whenever they want. And then what ends up happening?
NFL, not
Yeah.
for long.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
last long.
It gets shut down
Don't
because
last long.
at the end of the day, when you're lenient on stuff, that's when the shit gets real.
Right.
Because when alcohol's involved, bro, it's
Yeah.
volatile.
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna happen. You know how people gonna act. But one of
even-
the things that I would say I can't stand, so I'll say this, is when they're trying to get in. You know what I mean? And whether we might have kicked them out, they might have been late. They might even just have to wait a little bit. Not even saying that they can't get in. They just might have to wait a little longer than than expected. a lot of people will bring up, oh, my cousin's inside.
Oh, man, dude.
Oh, my bad, bro. Your cousin? Oh, my bad. You should have said that earlier. Let me get you in. Man, back the fuck up.
Yeah, let me hurry up and get you up.
Let me say it again. I said it before. I don't give a fuck. Let's keep it a stack. I do not care who's in there. I don't care. I don't care if Christina Milian is in there and you heard, deranged ex-boyfriend. I don't give a shit.
They start saying names though. What did they say? The names? I know David Beckham. I know all these niggas in there. They own this building and the other building and the other building.
Well, so at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, if you have to name drop who you know, there's a right way and wrong way to do that. Mm-hmm. So if you're coming up, right. I'll say this. But to be honest with you, if it's good, you'd get in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Facts.
So at the end of the day, especially when you and I reserve this for when you reserve. Or when you cite the owner's name, if it's good, then it should be good.
Right.
If you know them, then they probably done came out to me and be like, hey, no, they straight.
Yeah. 100%.
Or they'll bring you in automatically. 9 times out of 10, that's usually what will happen.
Yep.
But when you say, so that part is different. So we can deal with that how we deal with it. But it's just funny to me when they name drop like, oh, my cousin's in there, right. My brother's in there,
right,
my sister's in there. Nigga, I don't give a shit.
Right.
Like, what that got to do with anything?
No, I feel you on that shit. I feel you on it. It happens all the time.
Like, it's just, they associate that as if I'm supposed to, like, they're a pair.
Yeah.
Like, they tethered together. Yeah. And I got to make sure that they stay that way.
Right.
Like, I failed if I don't do this.
Yeah, it's an emergency to get them up.
Like, no, that doesn't have, so I'm just, Wynn says it all the time, are y'all listening? Listen to this.
Right.
Stop using that.
Name drops.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't care what. No, name dropping is different. There's a difference. I just don't care when you say it's some fucking arbitrary ass person. When you say my cousin, my brother, I swear we get that all the time as if that's supposed to mean something.
I feel
like you. I swear, like it doesn't mean shit to me.
See, my problem with the name drops is this, and I think Tony can relate to this shit. Is like people will come up and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm with Zach." You know what I mean? They're like, "Zach told me to come up here." Zach's standing right by the door. Zach's outside, and we're like, if you know Zach, just call him out.
How like Zach?
And they don't even know who he is. Somebody just tipped them off like, "Oh, just say you know Zach."
Oh,
and Zach sees him. He was like.
That's a rookie move.
You know what I'm saying? And then there's the other people that come up and they be like, "Oh, I'm with Colin." You know what I mean? They were like, "All right, you know Colin? You know Colin's obviously here. Call him down." You know what I mean? You know him. You got his number.
Text him.
Yeah, bring him down.
Yeah.
Then they step back and like, which one is the VIP? Which one is the GA line? Nigga, get to the back of the line. Get to the back of the line, like Winton says.
To the back of the line, bro.
Nigga, get to the back of the line.
Get to the back of the line.
Get him the fuck in the back.
It's like they come up and they saying these names like we gonna drop everything. Like, oh, we gonna get you right in. Like, nigga, show me you know these people.
And I'm gonna give you the grade for the effort, bro. I appreciate the ones that that think it through.
Right.
The ones that do their homework. If you had a good attempt. Man, I'm gonna give you that A for you. You still ain't getting in, but I'm gonna give you. But I'm gonna give you your props. I'm not gonna make fun of you when you leave.
Right.
You know what I mean? That type of thing. So, but I swear, man, the arbitrary name dropping, I can't stand.
Yeah.
Listen, when all else fails, it's that smooth handshake that works.
That's smooth.
Right?
Handshake.
I'm telling you that
smooth handshake never fails. I'll tell you that. That's 100%.
Y'all need, instead of name dropping, need to drop that smooth handshake.
Exactly.
Drop that smooth C note.
They don't understand the difference in that, bro. I'm telling you, you make us look stupid. I'll be jittery, like I'll act stupid.
Facts. Let me get you right in.
Especially,
hold on. Hey, who's this? It doesn't matter who they are. Shit, man.
They knew the janitor, bro. Let him in.
Get them through the forest. Get them through.
No, like what you said it earlier
shit.
with the name dropping and stuff like that. And yeah, or you were talking about it in the bathroom when the dude got offered the $400, and I asked you, I said that they had the money out, and I know you wasn't there. Man, it's a different thing when you offer the $400.
Speak on it.
Or you take that $400.
You speak on it,
and you put it in these 5 fingers of mine. You gonna get a different response. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna tell you this. That's almost like sex. That's almost like sex. I swear to God. If a girl take your dick and put it in, and then tell you want to keep going, like what the fuck? About to keep this shit going.
That's hella
This is a
true,
green
bro.
light right here.
You Stewie, bro. Fucking Stewie.
But when you just tease me and say, "Oh, I got 400," I'm like, "Bro, really?
Yeah.
Do you like just a little? Yeah.
You better slide that shit.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah, smooth gets you past shit quick.
One thing that I have noticed when we're on the the topic of what comments are said that are they're trigger words, and so far lately, you hear him saying, "Oh, you just a broke nigga. That's why you working this job." You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong.
That's a good one, bruh.
It's cool. It still don't get me to the point where I want to get mad. But what's been coming out lately is people really trying to slander the N-word at people as if you're really wanting it to be offensive. And that's the only thing that I have seen so far that has taken a lot of people and just said, "Fuck the patience." I'm tired of this shit, man. And then fights happen. Staff will fight you for really trying to slander people and throw us in the dirt. Don't get me wrong. You can call us broke all you want. We're here getting money. Like, call it what you want to call it. You know what I mean? Technically, even the people that are getting money, I'm pretty sure they still feel broke. They still feel like they can always get more. So I would have to say it is throwing that N-word out there in a negative aspect. And you know what I mean? Like, you can slip up and say, "Man, fuck that." Yeah. You know what I mean? But if you're like, "No, fuck you," like you coming at me like that, well then let's see if you really about that action then.
Facts.
So wait, what was the question though?
Basically comments that basically, you can't stand.
They get on your skin pretty much.
It don't get under my. I don't care about it. So y'all can talk. My only thing about it is like, and you remember there was a gentleman that talked about that. Is that word? It's a lot of people. It's so funny because a lot of people like to say this. A lot of people like to say, "Well, you guys use it in your music," and I'm like, but they talking to other niggas. That's what you don't get.
Right.
When you talk about we use it in our music, we're talking to other black people. That's funny. It's like you use it in your music, yeah, because we're talking about other niggas. Like you're not. We talk about it like they say. It's a relationship. Is what it is.
It's a relationship.
That's it.
If you guys really want to get the best definition about using the word nigga, it's Ta-Nehisi Coates. He's an author. He wrote a lot of Black Panther comic books. He's got a lot of good books. Check out his books. I know no relation, even though he's got my same last name. No relation that I know of.
I remember.
But I read a lot of his. I read a lot of his stuff. But he did I think he was at a university. He was on stage. He gave one of the best explanations in dealing with using that word. And he associated it the same way. What he kind of related it to his wife. He said, my wife and her friends, they use the word bitch. I don't join in.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you don't have that relationship.
You don't have that relationship.
You don't have that relationship.
And he also equated it to. He said, me and my wife. He said we call each other honey. He said that's the relationship we had. If we walking down somewhere, and some random woman calls me honey, that ain't the relationship that we got.
Right.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be calling me that.
That's fascinating.
So the way he broke it down, if you guys want to pay attention, all you got to do is Google it. I'm telling you, is a great explanation of that, and it'll really have you wrap your mind around using that word. Just
it's funny. I used that actually one time because these two. It was an Asian guy and a Mexican dude talking to these girls. They're like, "Y'all niggas need to move," and they go, "Whoa, excuse me." The girls did that. And then the two other girls came up. So now the girls are starting to argue with the other girls. Like, why are you mad at our men? And I said, baby, hold on, babe. Look at me, babe. Stop. And the dude's like, why are you calling her babe? I was like, well, I mean, you called them nigga, and I can't call them babe. We don't have that relationship.
Bro, that'd have fucked him up.
We can't do that? You said nigga, though. I can't say babe. I heard you call her babe. You use it in your music or your conversation. So why couldn't I use that same word? And he's like, well, because she's not your babe. Oh, she ain't your nigga. Okay? So what? That's what I'm trying to say. And here's the thing: I don't get offended by that. I'm not.
Yeah.
I got my IQ's way too high for that shit. I really don't get offended by that. But I understand I'm not stupid when it comes to dealing with society and people. I understand how to use that word, not how to use specific words. I'm not going to be stupid and use that word. Period. Why would I jeopardize anything, any type of relationship, by using that word to be cool? Oh, because you use it in your music. Again, go back to the music. They ain't talking to white people or Asians or Mexicans. They talking to other black people. When you want to bring it back to that.
And you brought it up
So-
when I want to go back to that because that's actually important because you talked about the money aspect because a lot of people do bring that up. They're like, "Oh man, you making this? You making this? Why are you doing this?" I'm like, the fact that you even bringing that up tells me who I'm dealing with,
Oh,
and you're not even worth responding to. How many times have y'all heard somebody say, "Oh, I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer." What the fuck your profession got to do with me kicking your ass the fuck up out of here?
right. You can't kick me out the street.
Right.
How about you use one of them PhDs to get back up in here?
Section code 108 says I can be here.
Yeah, use that bar test that you
This nigga
passed
was
to get the
stupid.
fuck up back up in here.
Speaking
I don't give a
truth.
fuck. I'm gonna say that again. I don't care. Like, nah. Your ass is too fucking drunk. You can't stand on your own 2 feet. You gotta go. I don't give a fuck how many fucking master's degrees you got.
Facts.
If that's even true, a lot of times they capping. Just to say some shit.
Like last episode.
Like, I mean, I speak on this because, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of shit this weekend, but I had a situation with, there was a little group of females, and she was just asking for my name. The funny thing is, I told her my name. The reason why they was arguing is because the person that they was with, they was banned for fighting at the club about maybe a month ago. And we was like, nah, we don't play with that. You was banned, you fighting up in here, we ain't letting you in.
Right.
Period. It is what it is. But she was trying to argue. And she was like, well, I'm a lawyer and all this stuff. So I said, what the fuck you got being a lawyer and letting your band friend get up in here? What that got to do with shit? The funny thing is she asked for my name. And the thing is, I told her my name in the beginning of the conversation.
You told her Sway, not codes.
Her drunk ass just didn't remember. No, her drunk ass just didn't remember. And then she kept on going like, oh, what's your name? You're supposed to tell me your name. I said, I ain't got to tell you a goddamn thing. I said, first of all, I said, we ain't even having this conversation. There ain't nothing to negotiate. You need to get your ass up the street and get that hot dog.
That hot dog.
Got hot diggity.
Like, no, but it's just, yeah.
Glizzy.
Yeah, the glizzy.
Glizzy.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never used that term. That's the East Coast thing.
I just found out that it's called glizzy.
Glizzy?
Yeah, they be calling it a glizzy.
Glizzy.
That glizzy.
Anyways. Well, let's go
It's
ahead
like the
and,
Muni.
oh man, don't
Shout
even
out
bring-
Dan.
don't
Shout out
even
to
bring
Shout
out
out
the
to
Muni.
Dan with the Muni.
Don't even bring that one up. Well, let's go ahead and change it up. We're gonna do something a little interesting today. We got these whiteboards. We're gonna go over, a quick little game.
Let's get it.
It's called
Game time.
True or false. I'm gonna end the show with a few true or false questions, and do your best to explain small situations. Make it small. We're coming up on that hour mark. But let's go on ahead, and what we're gonna do is I want you to write them down, and I'm gonna have you guys show them all at one time, right? So first, true or false question. Let me get it going here. All right. In the club or bar, men fight more than women. True or false? Ready? Uno, dos, tres. I got false.
I got false.
Look at that.
F.
Okay. God damn, that's crazy. That's basically saying
Man, that's a clean
women,
sweep.
why y'all gotta fight?
Man,
like
why
why?
y'all fighting, man?
Why? Usually it should be the men.
Y'all,
We
the,
supposed to,
y'all the best looking in the club. Why y'all fighting?
Why y'all fighting? I
Hotheads.
don't get that one.
Hotheads.
I fucking love it, bro. I've been finding out the science to that shit because I didn't know why girls punch like this. They're trying to save their nails.
This guy.
Bitch. Trying to save their fucking nails. I didn't know that shit.
How they do that? How they do it? Like,
Yeah, how they doing?
just
Bro, that sound.
Never say that shit ever, bitch.
Hey, that mic is picking up that sound.
That shit's hella funny,
Because
man.
I was like, why didn't she go? No, because she had her nails. She wanted
got
to
it like
save that
this.
shit, bro.
She was like, bro. She said that shit gotta last.
Why is that
She
though?
can't tuck them.
Please, ladies, please. I know if you're listening right now, please chime in on why must ladies fight more than men. I don't get it. Like I should be the friendliest people in the club. But anyways, next questions.
Expand upon that. Hold on.
What
Before
you
we
mean?
go on, expand upon that.
Expand upon women fighting more. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just think that it's a little bit more easier for women to fight because they know that they're not as crazy and they don't have that testosterone. They're not necessarily killing somebody, but they're not going. They're not. Their intent isn't to kill that other person when they're in a rage. Their intent is to make them recognize that you was talking too much shit. I am more.
They do be scratching and shit.
Yeah, but
trying
it's
to fuck their face.
But it's not. The intent isn't to kill. It's the intent is just like I'm pissed off and this is how I relieve this. You know, I don't know.
I think it's because they know someone gonna come over and
stop
try to
the
get
fight.
in the middle of it, man.
That makes a little bit more
Yeah,
sense.
but women be violent, man.
They
they're,
do.
violent. They're the most violent.
They do.
They be
We break up
violent.
way more girl fights than anything.
Yeah,
100.
100%.
100%.
Yep.
True or false? Guards will block ex-boyfriends / girlfriends from coming in for what? From coming in for staff. Like let's say bartenders, bottle servers, they put you on notice. Will guards block the ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriends from coming in?
I'm gonna give it that good old 2 Chainz.
For the F.
True. Hey.
Oh,
Who said false?
you ain't done it.
What?
You ain't done it.
Speak
yeah.
on that.
Yeah, I was gonna
War
say.
ready with the 3.
He ain't been at the door long enough. You know
Man.
what
My ass done it.
Man,
Facts.
Plenty of times.
Facts.
I never really been approached with it. You know, I mean, like I said, you know, good old green cures everything. So
You over here you sound like bro from Next Friday. You know, all the green in between those titties.
Or the mask. You can't make the scene if you don't have the green.
right. I mean, shit.
As long as
like,
you got the coin.
Bro, we get it a lot, man.
I'll recite
We get it a
movies,
lot,
y'all.
man.
Just know that about me. I'll recite movies. I'm a movie connoisseur.
Connoisseur.
Yeah. So I will recite some films.
On my phone.
So ultimately, I've had it.
Tap in the chat on what movies I just cited. Go ahead.
I've had it to where it's mainly the women. Women don't want a specific man in the club, and to be honest with you, they'll show us a picture, and by the time he actually comes to the club, we already forgot what that person looked like.
facts.
9 times out of 10, we having to backtrack, and now we have to kick him out because we already let him in.
I've
But
done it for guys,
speak
for
on that,
ex-girlfriends.
though,
I've done
Warren.
it
You
for guys,
said
for
false.
ex-girlfriends.
No, I want to let Warren
'Cause
speak
me,
on this. You
I
said
never,
false.
I never really I never experienced somebody telling me, "Oh, don't let this person in." I mean, I kind of experienced it this weekend where a guy came in, and we had a group of 3 dudes, and they were going to slide. They were going to give us that smooth handshake to get in. And we're like, all right, and for some reason they went back to the car, and then another guy walked by him, and then he came up and he was just like, "Hey, those 3 dudes that walked by," he's like, "Don't let them up." He's like, they drama. You know what I mean? I guess he had some type of problems with them.
Okay.
So he was just like, "Yeah, I got beef with them. Whatever. If they get up, it's gonna be bad." You know what I mean? And so we were just like, "All right, whatever." You know what I mean? Like, we'll take it into account. I mean, the 3 dudes never came back. I don't know if they seen dude and they knew what was up. You know what I mean? But
So what would you have done, though?
if they sliding, they can in. To me, you know what I
Damn.
mean? If they sliding,
So
you know what I mean?
So
Like,
even if a staff member came up to you and said, "Man, don't let them in."
well, I mean, back to this situation. I mean, like they walk by each other. If it's bad like that,
First
then
dude gave you
heavy.
money, though, right?
Who? The
first dude.
The 3 walked up first, and they were going to slide. They didn't. They went to the car. They said they'll be back. And then the other dude walked past him. No, he was a reentry. He was already.
He didn't give you
in.
no money, though.
I don't know if he gave me. He gave somebody else money. I don't know. You know what I mean? I just know he was a reentry. He had left and then he came back.
Depends
So
on how,
basically-
it depends on how much money.
So I'm
Because
gonna ask this question just to piggyback off this. So let's say this scenario. Bartender got an issue with some people that's gonna be coming up. They come up to you and tell you, "Hey, don't let them in because they be calling static. Got some drama doing what?
Right.
You know, blase.
right.
The dudes that this person's not trying to let in, they offer you that smooth handshake. But 2 of them, but two smooth handshakes. So they get so it's 2. It's 200. what are you doing in that situation?
So remember last week when I said
I say split that shit. I'll say I'll take 100. I'll go to the bartender right now. Hey, I got 100 for you right here for your troubles. Hey, if any static go off, you got paid for it.
I'm not gonna answer that. I'm not gonna answer it.
But you tell me.
So I'm not gonna answer that because remember last week I told you like something happened. I'll tell you off camera. I won't say it on camera.
Okay.
It's super similar to that.
Okay.
Yeah, super similar.
I said true on mine because I have.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, because at the end of the day, it is our job to make sure the venue is safe.
100%.
And if there's some drama between, and I only do this mainly with staff. So if you working, to me, I think that's bullshit. And this goes out to anybody. If you got static with somebody and they work at a particular venue, a bar, whatever, a club, and you go to that particular club, what you think about to happen?
Problems.
You trying to start some shit.
Problems.
And you trying to start some shit while they on the clock, while they really can't react the way that they want to react.
Yep.
So to me, it's like you foul.
I
The person
get
that's
that.
trying to
That's
come
true.
in.
I
That's
get
very
that,
true.
yeah.
So how I look at it is like, nah, you're not getting in. Go somewhere else tonight.
I get that.
That's how I look at it until y'all get
it.
it resolved to where it's like, okay, it's amicable.
Right.
Because it's one thing. So I always equate. There's a unique definition and line between like not respected and disrespect. I cannot respect you, and nothing will happen. And there's a difference between me going out my way and disrespecting you.
Right.
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 And I said, so that definition, it's like you can maintain and work something out or whatever, and y'all can move amicably through the club, as long as y'all don't disrespect each other. I ain't gotta respect you, you ain't gotta respect me. It is what it is. There ain't no beef, or we ain't gotta get along.
Right.
But as long as I stay in my lane, you stay in your lane, it's cool. But until that is identified and that's resolved, like, nah, you ain't getting in. If a staff member comes to me and say, hey, I got static with this person, they be causing fights, they be doing this, X, Y, and Z, nah, you're not getting in tonight. Because
I
I
can
trust
see
their
that.
word on it because they on the job.
I can see that,
And if they
yeah.
out here, if they serving drinks, or if they're a bottle service girl and they gotta perform.
Right.
They got to do their job. Right. They can't just be keeping their eye out on the person on that's in the club that possibly got beef with them.
That's facts.
That'll catch them slipping.
No, that's fine.
So I'm not gonna allow that to happen.
Right.
So for me, that's why I say true.
I'm with that.
They do get a privilege, and
people.
people say, "Oh, that's privilege." Yeah, they work there. That's
Yeah.
the privilege they got.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
100%.
I get y'all on that.
What's the next one?
So, next question. Drunk guys are more annoying than drunk ladies. True or false?
That's a good one. Drunk guys are more annoying than females.
Yep. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
This one's so hard.
I said uno, dos. Oh, I did say tres. Okay. I was like, man, did I fuck up the...
1, 2, 3.
True.
And this was hard. I almost said false.
I almost said facts. Fuck.
I almost said
That's what I
false,
almost
man.
said.
We all
I
said
almost
true.
said
Hold on. We gotta
facts.
speak on this
Fuck.
now. We gotta speak on
No,
this.
but I almost said false, but I had to say true just based on my experiences.
Speak on it.
With females, when they get drunk, and sometimes it can be cute.
Depending how cute she is.
But the thing about it is, with guys, I swear, man, this is the one thing, and this pertains to me specifically. I don't like elongated conversation, especially with people I don't know. Drunk dudes be wanting to talk.
They be
man.
yapping. They be yapping.
My ear is like literally in my lap because you done talked that thing off,
I remember one dude was talking to you about your hairline for like 30 minutes.
bro.
Yippity yap.
The
most perfect hairline.
They don't stop, and it's like it feels like there's no end in sight.
There's none.
Like I almost feel like I'm gonna be in a loop, like off Doctor Strange, where he just kept going. I felt like Dormammu, like in this shit. Like let's get it, like whatever I gotta do. Okay, I'll stop killing the world. Let's get it going. I don't want to do this no more.
Nope.
So it's like yeah. I'm gonna have to say true on this one.
I'm with you on that. For the same reasons. Dudes just talk too much. You know what I mean? Dudes
Yeah.
talk too much. Females, they come out, they stumbling, they probably just throwing up. Like, you're like, all right, just sit your little ass over there and like deal what you got to deal with. Your girls want to come get you, they gonna take you up, or your dudes want to come get you. But guys want to post up right next to you and just talk about nothing. So,
What to me is it's definitely the dudes, because I mean, when it's the girls, it could be fun sometimes. They be all touchy feely. They be in these shorts, jumping up, can't catch me. I'm like, okay, shit. You know what I mean? Like, you get a little. That's a fun part of the job, shit. So I have to be honest. Like, yeah, it's definitely the dudes, because typically the joint
It's a
they
little
talk
more
too much.
tolerable.
be
Right.
cool, Tony.
Right,
It's
they
more
too
tolerable.
They
Be
too
cool.
fucking drunk. They too fucking drunk, so they talk a lot. And sometimes they want to get crazy. They don't realize, like, you 6'3", 250 pounds, you're gonna knock them out of one hit. Like, they don't realize that shit. So yeah, I definitely have to say.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah, nah, man. Men be boasting out their chest too much. Like, nah, man, you know, I'm
That
from
too.
here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm faded, man. This ain't
Blood.
nothing, man. Yeah, all that
Blood.
bullshit. Get the fuck up out of here, man. Women,
Oh, Park.
you know, all that.
Hey.
This nigga, you can't just be setting out reps like that, man. You ain't even from.
What a dude from where we worked with, when he said, man, just go get some IHOP, bruh. Shout out to my man, anybody who listening who know who he said that. That shit was hella funny. He said, go and get some IHOP,
Hey,
bro.
bro.
Go get you some flapjacks,
He goes,
man.
hey, the bitch I got, she don't want you, bro. You need to go get yourself some IHOP, bro. And he put it over.
Nigga tripping.
Bro,
But it worked.
it worked.
Yeah.
Go and get you that breakfast sample,
Like,
man.
I wonder if that nigga went to IHOP, like, that was a good suggestion.
Could have said Huckleberry or, you know what I mean.
Probably met a bitch.
Mr. Perry's, if you're from the South Side.
got it.
Is the original Perry still open? They closed that thing.
You mean Mr. Perry's out there off of Mac Road?
So
What
no,
you
there's
talking about?
original Perry's
Okay.
and then there's a Mr. Perry's off Mac.
Okay, yeah.
So they had the original Perry's was over there
Is
off
that
of
off of
about
Bond?
near where it was next to Costco. Over right near 99. I think they closed that one down. I might be wrong.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, correct. I'm open to be wrong on this one.
I'm not sure on that
But
one.
I remember I liked original Perry's better than Mr. Perry's. I only say that, man, because I had a bad experience at a Mr. Perry's, bro. I threw up bad at that.
You
motherfucker.
yacked?
All I remember is somebody, man, this was young, man. This was literally before my son was born. So this was a good time ago. And I came in that thing, bro. I threw up all on the table. It was from a long
You?
night. Yes.
You was
It
sloppy?
bruh.
Rob
it
was
I've
Mr.
never
Coach
seen
was
no-
sloppy?
it was my birthday,
I never
or it
seen
was my
Coach
birthday
sloppy.
weekend.
Me neither.
Man, bro, I got so fucked up, and I threw up. I came in there, threw up. All I remember, the last thing I remember is the person that came over that tried to like the hostess at the restaurant. All I heard this is the last thing I remember hearing, and she said, "Go get a bucket." That's all I remember.
Bucket.
Yeah, because I was, bro, it was bad, bro. It was bad.
This nigga Rob.
Yeah.
This
I
nigga
won't get
Rob.
like that again.
I've never seen it, though. That's
Me
crazy.
neither.
Nope, I learned. I was like, I'm not doing that again. That
Learn
was a vulnerable experience.
He learned it.
I learned. I learned real good.
Shit. All
Go
right.
ahead, Wendy. Hit us with another one.
Let's tap in with this one because it's kind of similar. Women more disrespectful for men?
Wait, ask that.
Hold on,
What's
say
that
that
again?
again?
Are women more disrespectful than men to guards?
To us.
Right.
You said are women?
Tough
Are
question.
women more disrespectful to us as far as guards?
One,
more
two,
than men.
three. I'm gonna say true on this one.
I'm gonna say false.
I said false.
Okay, it's divided. All right.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say what you got.
Trump's
Wendy?
not even
what
in
you got? What
office.
you got, Wendy?
I had true.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so you on
I
my
had
squad.
true. Yeah.
So I'm gonna speak for us.
Go ahead. Speak
So-
on it.
Nigga said I'm gonna speak.
Speak on
speak
it.
Winston
for us.
can't speak on it.
Why
To
can't
me,
I?
I think they more disrespectful just based on there's with women, and you actually stated it earlier. You used a little bit of my example when there's no low level threat of violence when they're attacking us. There's an aspect that they know that 9 times out of 10, especially with us, with guards, especially male guards. They're not gonna get dropped. It's not gonna happen. The fact that the chances of us getting physical with them are extremely slim.
With who? The males?
With females.
Females. Yeah, I like what you're
So
saying.
they know that, or at least they
Believe that.
assume that, and they act a certain way. So that's when they start popping off and they start saying all the worst shit that they can say. They pick any little thing that they want to say and try to, get under your skin.
Until we like, I'm tired of
And
this
they
shit,
also
man.
they can get a little bit more physical as well. Like they feel like they can nudge your shoulder. They can, try to throw something at you or whatever, because they understand that if you throw something at me, especially a hard object, two scenarios: male throws a hard object, female throws a hard object. You telling me you ain't reacting different?
Nope.
I'm gonna move a little
I
faster.
am. Because I'll say this: a female, I'm more likely laughing it off. With a male, it's not gonna be too much laughter.
If a bitch throws this glass at me, you laughing that off?
Whoa. Time out.
Nah,
Time
bro.
out. Time out. Okay, hold on.
You ain't
Y'all heard that?
You ain't laughing at all.
Y'all heard that, right?
Hey,
ain't
you know what? Hey,
I'm an equal rights.
I stand corrected. I'm gonna go ahead. You got the floor. Boy. I'm gonna let you go ahead and speak your truth.
Speak on it, bro.
Go speak your truth. Speak your truth, big dog.
Go ahead and change that motherfucker to false.
Now,
man.
go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stand corrected on that one. Go ahead and speak your truth on that joint.
To me, the reason why I say
You put it in perspective. He said you throw this motherfucking glass.
mean,
Can you imagine? And then bust your nose?
dude. It changes the game, bro.
I
It
remember
changes
you
the
being in a
game.
situation similar to that.
I'm still tripping off the fact that this nigga called him a bitch.
Hey, she
Got
throw
this
that
nigga
glass.
out of
She throw that-
character.
She throw that glass.
My nigga was out of character. Like,
That's
she,
definitely a
Yeah, she
bitch.
throwing a glass. She a biatch.
it sound
I'm
personal.
sorry. I'm an equal opportunist. I'm going to fucking choose the same shit. Like when them 19 girls were throwing, when I grabbed her, it didn't matter. I grabbed her like it was Winston. I fucking just threw her in the road, bro. I looked to see how far I could throw her good. You know what I mean?
They was,
Like,
nah, but it
I
was a
didn't
little
care.
bit. It was a little bit different. I know that one I shoved. It was hard, but
Yeah, no.
they was manly built. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I don't like if you're a woman coming up like a man, no, you gonna get it like a man.
But
I'm
they
sorry.
had.
You
I don't
gonna get it
know.
the
They
same.
strength was a
Sorry.
little bit different. They had broad shoulders and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I felt like they could take it. It's a little bit different. They had a liquor license. You know what it is.
I don't know. For me, man, like I think when things get dark in the club, women look at us as a glimmer of light. You know what I mean? Like they look for us to protect them. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like every night I always get like multiple women thanking me. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for being here. Like, thank you for protecting us. And you know what I mean? Like they're just like, I feel like they're over generous. You know what I mean? Like, and I think guys, I think they come up to the club looking at us as a threat. You know what I mean? Like,
Always.
You making a good point.
we're hating on them getting in the club. Like,
You guys sleep with hella chicks, huh?
right?
Fuck that.
You know what I mean? We're getting at hella bitches. We're gonna try to get at their bitch.
My bad, bro.
We're hating on their dress code. We're hating on their whole swag, their whole little get up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you can't get on with your shoes, and they think we're just hating on them specifically. But no, we telling everybody the same thing.
Damn, Warren.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
convinced me on this one, but you ain't convincing me on the LeBron Steph. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You might have changed my mind on this, but not on that.
It's crazy,
Go
man.
ahead,
It's
Tom.
crazy some of the shit that you hear and see, like especially at the end of the night, right? When it's all done and they walk
Yeah.
away, they don't say nothing, right? They didn't say nothing when they came in. They didn't say nothing when they leave. They be walking down the street. Fuck you, guards! This bunch of bitches at the end of the corner. I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah, we
Big,
talked about
yeah.
that the last time.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
The fuck was that? Why
I
would
was like,
you
why
say that
would-
to my face?
Why,
Like,
why wasn't I a bitch in front of you?
Facts.
I'm a bitch though up the street though.
Facts.
Damn.
You're a tough
Damn.
guy. This and that. Like,
I'm like, all right. I thought I was a bitch here. Like I wasn't a bitch here.
dude, we actually on
But 2 blocks away, I'm a bitch. All right, go ahead.
On Friday night, we actually had a guy.
gotta
wait-
I didn't know distance mattered.
That's why you gotta chase him, bro.
in the bitch level.
Fucking lion chasing a gazelle, because they ain't gazelle. You gotta chase their ass.
On Friday night,
Damn.
we actually had a guy wait outside for one of the guards until we got off.
Damn.
It was 3:00. Tony, you would have loved it.
Damn.
You'd have
Yeah,
loved
like a guy
it.
that
Dude,
keeps his word.
We all come outside. Dudes, he's outside. He's about the action. He wanted
Good.
it. He was about the action. Like, it didn't go down because, I mean, they didn't want us. They didn't want it to go down. You know what I mean? Like,
Who?
the powers that be didn't want it to go down. So
Bro.
we didn't push the issue. But dude walked up with his hands behind his back and he was just like, "What's up?" You know what I mean? We're just like, right, you really don't want it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was looking for one particular guard.
Okay,
and
we gonna talk about this after the show. We gonna talk
Yeah,
about
we
this
want to
after
talk
the
about
show.
that. Who's he
Nah.
looking for?
I'm sorry, but I'll be like, I don't care who you looking for. You done found him. The fuck? I'm here now, bitch. What the fuck? You gonna
he
fuck with
was-
nobody, bro?
What they say off 40-Year-Old Virgin when he was trying to
God,
sell
wish a nigga-
Kevin Hart the stereo? He said, "Nigga, here."
I ain't never been so you I'm sorry. What, you turned me on. The fuck?
Dude,
That,
I
ooh,
was
would love
surprised.
to fuck that
They,
nigga. Oh my
we were
God,
we
bro.
were about to leave, and they told us they were like
Somebody else give me
the
pain.
dude's outside waiting for him, and we're like, "Are you serious?" They're like, yeah, he's out there. We're like,
So
Fuck
the
yeah.
person that he was directing the energy toward, where was they at?
he was about that action too.
Oh,
He was
okay.
like, let's get it.
Let's
You know what
go.
I mean? Yeah, but you know, like the powers that be, he was just like, nah, it ain't gonna happen.
Man,
like,
no, y'all need
just
to-
get in the car and go
Yo,
home.
y'all just need to reconvene
No.
that over across the park.
Right,
Right.
They don't.
Right.
Nobody.
You don't
know.
take a dignity away from a man like that. No, look,
Let's
if he
go over
wants
to the
to.
park. They don't need to be no audience. They don't need to be nobody. Just walk on over to the park.
The fact that's what
Just
irritates
walk
me.
on
There's
over
men
to-
that don't keep
only,
their word.
Only audience you gonna get is them bums that's out there. That's trying to get one of them.
Facts.
That's trying to get one of them hot
So that man,
dogs.
I have a lot of respect for him, the dude that waited.
Yeah, he wait. We didn't get out till 3, and he
That's
was
respect.
He was out there chilling.
Give him
So
the
he
honor.
got. He
Give,
left
bro.
at what? 1:30.
We closed. We closed at about about 1:30, 1:40.
And he waited an hour and a
Bro,
half.
an hour and a
he was
half?
out there.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
Bro
give
was
the
out
man.
there.
No,
Something must have happened.
He
no,
wanted his issue.
give the man his honor.
okay.
He deserves his honor. That's
Yeah.
honorable. No, let's go. No,
That's a long
fuck no,
time.
bro. That's honorable.
That's a long time because most guys just forget about
bro,
it.
fuck
Yeah, facts. But he was out there. He was chilling on the railing.
He must have had
Soon
this. Something.
as-
You
soon
wait
as-
for an hour and a half.
Yeah, he was out there. He was out there. I when I was
Probably killed his cousin.
I was surprised when he came up too. I was just like, this dude really
Fucking
won
his
it.
cousin name was Patroclus.
Shut the fuck up. My man over here just gave a film description, film quote. Anybody in the chat know what movie you talking
Nigga
about?
was outside. That's what he was doing.
Anybody can name that movie
That's
that
what's
that he's talking about. I'll give you a smooth dap up.
That's
Yeah,
honorable
shit.
as fuck. I'm glad we gonna.
But
talk
it
about
ain't got
that
no
after
money
this.
in it. But go ahead,
Right.
Win.
Man, so let's get to the next question. We're getting ready to wrap it up here in the next couple of minutes here. Better chance getting a bartender's number than a bottle server's number. True or false?
That's a good question.
I mean, I don't know. I ain't-
What?
Again?
What?
Again?
Seriously?
We're split?
Seriously. Y'all think it's easier to get what? Okay, we'll speak on it. Tony, talk about it, man. Why is it easier to get a bottle
ahead.
server
Don't
girl's
Don't
number
even
than
do it.
a
In my
than a bartender?
experience, it's way easier to get a bottle service than the bartender.
Dude, bottle service girls be getting bagged nightly. Do they not? They be getting bagged. Bro, do they not? Bottle service girls be...
Okay.
Why you gotta
Maybe-
say bag with so
Hey.
much emphasis?
But they do be getting bagged. Like
That's not all of them.
they be getting touched. They be getting touched.
touch, but I mean, we can talk
Well,
about
we
touch.
all.
Is
Okay, let's keep it clear. We
Talk
all
about her
get
apartment
touched.
number.
You know what I
Floor
mean by
number?
touch. You know what I mean? Like they're touchable. They're not to the point where they're untouchable. You
So
know
you
what I
saying
mean?
No,
bartenders
they're not.
off?
To me, I don't see bartenders like
They're not like
Yeah,
know.
they don't-
You know.
they don't be-
No, they just slicker with
they
it.
don't be getting bagged like that.
Okay.
So are you
they could
talking?
be. That
Are
could
you
be true.
talking
They could be
They
about?
just
slicker with
slicker
it.
with it.
Are you talking about bagged in the aspect of getting fucked,
Hold
or
on, time the
are you
fuck out.
talking about bagged?
talking
Like,
about getting the
we're just
number.
talking about getting their
Just
number.
getting the
Time
number.
out, time out. You're saying more. We're talking about numbers. We're talking about
Yes.
quantity.
Yes.
And
Guys,
when
how
I
many
and I'll say
badass
this.
bartenders
So I want to
to
preface this.
versus bottle service girls. They're all bad. Versus
So I want to preface that point. The number aspect. Number with intention to date or do something further than the interaction that we in. So let's
Got it.
preface that part. Not, oh, I got the bottle service number so I can, spend more money to get another booth. Not that. We're not talking about that because
We're talking about smashing.
That would be that
With the intent- with the
any
intent
type
to
of coordinate.
smash.
It ain't got to
Okay.
just be smashing. Like maybe you legit like the person. You be like, hey, I want to take them out. Whatever.
There's only 2 bartender
This
chicks that
nigga
we know.
Tony.
Or 3 bartender chicks that we know. They're cute and fucking. Come
No,
on
the
now.
reason why I say true is because I think you get to develop a more relationship. Bartenders,
I thought we talking about
bartenders,
smashing.
man. I swear to God, I'll be honest with you, man. They'll put you on the couch, man. Whatever problems you got.
Yes.
At other venues I've worked at, they will sort out them problems. They'll talk to you,
Yeah,
and you'll have legit
Agreed.
conversation.
they're legit. They're better than the.
But what
I get it.
it's not a better than. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, as far as getting the number with intentions to go further than where you at right now. It could be sex. That could be just dating, just getting to know them, whatever. In my experience, I feel like bartenders are probably better.
They're better, but that's not you get more of bottle service.
and more.
Really?
Yeah, because I think more bottle service girls, they give out their number or they give out their contact more to get more boosts, not with the intention to date that person. So that's the point I'm making. If you're talking about, so this is the thing, because this is from the perspective of the patron, not the perspective of them. So yeah, they probably give out their number or their DM or their IG, whatever, all the time, 24/7, because they trying to get you to spend money on another booth. It's a business transaction. What they talking about? You ain't talking about business. You talking about them sheets, or you talking about going on a date. You legit like them.
more of the bottle service girl.
You might legit like them and you want to take them on a date. Whatever floats your boat, whatever your intentions are as the guy, and you shooting your shot. Yeah, you shoot your shot and you got these intentions. The bottle service girl, their intentions might not match that. They looking at it. They could be looking at it from a perspective of a business transaction. Like, hey, okay, yeah, hit me up. We'll set up another bottle for you, or I'll get you on the guest list next time, or whatever. With bartenders, I think it's a little bit. I think it's you have a better shot, fellas.
I just know a lot, and I hear a lot, and I know a lot of stories, and the stories it's not like that.
Okay.
They be
Getting back.
doing it. Yes, there you go.
Nigga,
Like
this
it is
nigga
what
over
it
here
is.
treating it
They
like an
having their
airline.
fun. They having
Like
their
an
fun.
airline, they getting.
I'm just saying.
They having their fun. They just having
Damn,
fun.
Warren.
I mean,
You
this,
can't be a
Just
little
like us,
softer
but
than
just
that.
like
But look,
but just like us, it's just the same thing.
this is how I
It's
see it
not-
though. Like a guy goes up to a bar, like the counter. The bar is almost like a wall. You know what I mean? And like a bottle service girl, you're sitting at the table. There's no bar in between us. You know what I
But
mean?
their
Like,
job is to, but you gotta understand their job, and any bottle service girl will tell you it's their job to smile at you and feel like you special.
But they go. I know all of them. They go
But look,
beyond that.
but-
I
but-
know they go
but
beyond that.
we-
I don't know the bartender.
we
chicks that do that.
interviewed a guy that's what he does. You know what I mean? That's what he does. You know what I mean? Shout out to Nick. You know what I'm saying? Nick gets these bottle chicks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
There's a
you know what I mean? Like
there's
when
a
you,
wallet out
when you out partying, it's like you know what I mean. A girl's presenting my bottle. It's just like, have a seat with me, have a drink. You know what I mean? There is no bar in between us. You know what I mean? Like you right here, we touching knees. You know what I mean? Like I could.
them knees. nigga,
You know
them
what I'm saying?
knees.
Like I could put my arm around you. Like I could really put my influence on you.
But how much of it?
You know what I'm saying?
How much is it is a facade, and how much of it is substance, though?
Feel
A lot of it, you
be
get
surprised
you
by
get,
the size.
You get fooled by the show. So how much of it is real?
Money talks too, though. A lot of them dudes with tables, they just blowing money. You know what I mean? And I don't think like they're blowing money on bartenders like
Look
that.
at this conversation at the bar.
but the majority of them. But so we're speaking for the majority. Are the majority of men getting boosts? So let's speak to that, because this question we gotta stay on this. So the majority of guys, are they getting boosts?
Yeah.
How many boosts is
Yeah.
it? The majority are.
I think majority men are buying tables.
Then the rest of the male patrons in the club.
To me, what you're
So
saying.
if we were to do a numbers of the night,
Right.
we take any venue. I don't care what venue it is. It could be a Vegas venue. It could be New York
Your
City. It
question-
could be LA.
who-
So you take the number of people that's in there. How many booths is it?
Oh,
And it could be all men.
Let's say there's 15 tables.
So you got 15 men. You tell me there's more. There's 15 men. There's less than 15 men in the club that don't have a booth.
No, I'm saying
So
there's
that's
more.
what I'm
I'm
saying.
saying there's more men buying tables.
Oh, in comparison to women?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is for what I'm speaking about is the guys. I said their chances. So you only got if you got to hit one of them booths. Number one,
I don't think so.
more likely than not to get the number. And I can speak from experience because I've done this.
So you think your chances are solely dependent on if you have a table or not? I'm pulling the bottle girl.
Yes. Your chances are extremely higher. You have to have a booth for the odds to be in your favor. You either have to have a booth to get to get them
Some
digits.
some niggas just got mouthpiece though.
Yeah, but so do the guys in the patron. They be talking to the bartender.
This sounds like who get. I'm sorry,
But
but
we got to speak for the majority. We don't want
I
to
know.
speak just for the minority
I still
aspect of it.
even in that same content. Like here's my thing. This sounds like a question of who gets more dick at the end of the night, the strippers or the girls bringing drinks to people. They both get some, but I'm sorry, the strippers get a lot more dick. To me, it's the same thing. Like when it comes to that, like bottle service or bartender chicks, they're just bartender. They're in the back.
I wouldn't make that comparison.
Really? Why?
Nah, I wouldn't make that comparison.
Here's what I gotta say on that. I the reason why I said it's easier to get a bartender's number than a bottle server, because bottle servers get yapped at all the time, every day,
But there's
every
a
night.
reason. They
There
take
is.
some of those.
There is a reason. That's why it's harder.
But that's the thing, though. Is it legit? Yes, you see them taking the number. But if you ask, I wish we would, the bottle service girl that we had on here, I wish we would have asked that. How many times have you given out your number with the intentions of beyond this place with that person, with the intentions of going out with a date with them and stuff like
see how
that?
Shout out to
Bartenders-
Brandy. Shout out to
More
Brandy.
times than not, it's transactional.
I don't see bartender chicks doing that at all. Though.
I don't.
But the times that they do, that's the key part. The times that they do it is that.
It's more often than bottle.
Why would they give their number out though? So they can give you free drinks? There would be no incentive for
I
that.
see what you're saying there, but I just think the number's higher with the bottle service.
I agree.
Way higher
I agree.
than it is with the bartender chicks. They'll do it every here and there, of course. But the bottle service girls every night have 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7, 8 guys.
So I think you're looking at it from a percentage of what you see optically. I think you're looking at it from a percentage of
That means something.
I see but this is the thing. This is the important part because you can't see in their head. You're looking at it from
They're turning down the other 8. They have one.
No. They're giving out their digits, right? And you're seeing that's more often than I might see the bartender, right? But you're not thinking in that girl's head. What is the purpose behind me?
I
giving
know
out
her
this
purpose.
number?
Her purpose is going to turn down the other 8 for the 9
look-
numbers she got. She keeps one.
But look, half the time, chicks all the time give out their number and their purpose. Oh, I'm not going to go nowhere with this guy. But the man always dictates tempo. Always. He'll meet a chick and she'll be like, oh, I'm not interested in him. I just see him as a friend, this and that. She still gave up the number. He's going to end up still getting what he wants because he dictates tempo no matter what.
I disagree.
You know what I mean? Majority of the time, because women will always say like, oh, like, like
Men only dictate tempo when the first 3 letters of that word is utilized. Dick. We don't dictate the tempo until that happens.
but
They dictate. They
I
make
think
the
they
decisions.
dictate. I do dictate.
No. I think women
Remember we
dictate
talked about
that.
ghosting and all that
They
shit?
make the decisions.
They
Make the decisions.
But how many times have you talked to a girl and you're just like, how'd you end up with him? And they're like, I don't know, this isn't that. You know what I mean? And you're just like, damn, you know what I mean? Like he pretty much like he gamed you. You know what I'm saying? Like he dictated tempo. I hear it all the time, man. Like girls, they just like they had no intentions in talking to a guy at all, but they end up fucking around with him, being involved with him, and you're just like, how did it happen if you wasn't involved from the jump, or you didn't see anything or it going anywhere from the jump?
No, man, they just feel guilty after they got them free dinners. Go ahead to the next question. That's all that was. That was a guilt trip.
We're going to wrap it up tonight. I definitely want to thank everybody that tuned in. We appreciate
Hold
that.
up.
Go ahead.
Stand up and show the world the hoodie, bruh.
Oh,
show
yeah,
them the
yeah,
sweater.
Yeah, we got to show
Show them the
you.
motherfucking sweater, man.
Yeah,
We
man.
can't end that shit without you showing a sweater.
Come on, man.
Facts. All right.
And about tonight,
Show
man.
them the merch, man. You got the first official
coming
merch.
through, man. You know what I mean? Check him out, man. Check bro out.
Man.
Where's that? Where it at?
Yeah.
He didn't know.
About the motherfucking
Every
night.
camera. Go to every camera.
Get it in there. Man.
Hey. Hey.
That's what's up. Fuck with us, man.
For real.
Merch coming soon. Merch coming soon.
Facts, man. Once again, thank everybody for coming out. You're rocking with the best out here that do the nightlife no other way but the best way ever. Come and check us out at our respective venues. If you know, you know. If you don't, too bad. Keep tuning in. You'll eventually find out. But of course, you know, you got me on the mic, King of Sacramento. You find me online, IG. And obviously to my left, we got the main man, Rod. What it do?
Man, Suede _ Coats.
Facts. Get it, man. You know you got the main player in the middle right there. War Ready was good.
We're ready. The 3.
What a 3, baby.
Tony WSJR _ officials. Ladies, when you out there, are you giving my boy fucking Winton a handshake? You better shake that hand. Let's go.
This nigga right here, man. Once again,
That's smooth.
handshake, man. Shit. Why y'all playing? Fuck it.
It was lit today.
It was, man. We thank you guys so very much for tuning in each and every week. We can't thank you guys enough. So once again, About the Night. Find us online, YouTube. Let us know what we can do to help you out. All right, guys. Good night.
Sir.